trailblazer, dreamer, educator, a young kid from Kansas who has a dream and looks to the University of Kansas as a place to make that dream become a reality.
But in my opinion, it was McLendon's achievements as a student here at KU that really sets him apart. And in the 1930s, when John McLendon was a student, access to the pool was severely restricted for African American students. To meet the swimming requirement for his physical education degree, McLendon rightfully engaged in civil disobedience and swam anyway. KU would repeatedly drain the pool in response. Ultimately, McLendon persisted, and his courage led to KU to change his policies. But I just want to acknowledge the steel spine that it took for an undergraduate student to pull that off.
Dr. McLendon came to Kansas and was a student here and was such a leader in everything that he did, but it was all done in a way that wasn't public. And so now, when you think of John McLendon in my world, you think of one of the most iconic people that has ever blessed our sport.
More than any other single individual, McLendon paved the way for black colleges, black coaches, and black athletes to compete and succeed on both the collegiate and professional levels. It is fair to say that the internationalization of the sport of basketball, which is so prominent today, just watch the NBA and you know what I'm talking about, as well as college teams, it all commenced with John McLendon.
We're lucky and proud in the School of Education and Human Sciences that John McLendon was the first black graduate of the Department of Physical Education at KU. It is past time that we at KU acknowledge this great man and his lifetime achievements. They were remarkable, and they were remarkable especially as he persevered and flourished at a time when there were so few opportunities for people of color to excel.
Coach McLendon and that legacy extends far beyond Lawrence, Kansas and the University of Kansas, and I can say that because of my journey in college athletics as I look back and the many opportunities and the many manners in which his impact has emerged far beyond Lawrence and frankly far beyond the game of basketball. I think it's important to remember we're right here at the University of Kansas honoring Coach McLendon, the same place that put intentional, divisive, strategic, lofty, incredibly challenging barriers in front of him. And so when I think about the opportunity today to not just celebrate and unveil this beautiful plaque, I would just challenge all of us to at least have some thought process around the barriers that have been placed in our society, on our campuses, for our young people, in particular our young people of color, from marginalized communities. And let's use this as an opportunity, as a catalyst, to not just think about removing barriers. It's not enough to remove barriers. It has to be more intentional.